10 to 15 minutes early.
Well, I can't blame them, but I mean, once 9 o'clock hits or whatever, and no one's there, then I'm like, now what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Or like I'm like, oh, I'm totally taking off my face. You know, you're no longer my MySpace top friend anymore.
You're not in the separate group on my AIM profile.
Exactly.
That's rough.
You're getting downgraded.
You're going from best buds to guys.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's wonderful. But how are you guys preparing for the holiday coming up?
I'm preparing. I guess
there's a holiday coming up.
Yes, Christmas or Hanukkah, or if you do celebrate Kwanzaa.
Well, technically Hanukkah isn't coming up. Technically, it's here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah,
Anti-Semite.
Exactly. You ignorant bastard, you.
Dave, you ignorant slut. Was it Josie? My girlfriend works at a bookstore. No, not book. What am I talking about? My roommate works at a bookstore. Josie works at a library. I guess they're having a book sale, and a Jewish lady came up and started like furiously complaining because they were selling a book which was called Hanukkah Shmonica, which was it was a Christmas Carol but Hanukkah instead of a Christmas. Instead of Christmas it was Hanukkah, and I guess she found that to be horribly offensive.
That's funny.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
We like offending old women.
Indeed. Well,
she was an old woman. She was.
What do you guys visiting family or?
Yeah, going to see the family. Going to Massachusetts with my dad and my aunt.
That's
cool.
cool.
My brother. No, actually, my brother's gonna be in Vermont. Yeah, gonna open some presents.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
Like, there's not really anything you can say that's an interesting story with Christmas.
Until you can say, well, I'm going to go to...
Well, don't actually have to. Just sort of like, yep,
We're going to hike a mountain. We're going to hike up a mountain.
Open some presents.
We're going to... I'm hoping to get this. I mean, you can say a lot.
What are you hoping to get? I'm sorry, what are you doing, Crystal?
I'll be traveling slightly further west on the island.
Slightly further
very exciting.
That's pretty funny.
To spend time with family. Thankfully, I reminded my dad that we had to get my cousins presents.
Now, are you guys like real Jews who don't celebrate Christmas, or
no, we're fake Jews.
There's the fake Jews like my family where they do and get the Christmas.
Yeah, we're fake.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, well, my dad, had the bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Did you have a bat mitzvah?
No.
I mean, either. Well, I didn't not bat mitzvah, but you know what I mean.
I know.
I didn't have a bar mitzvah.
But, yeah, no, we're fakes. Sorry.
My mother, she always we always had a Christmas tree and menorah, and then she always signs gifts from Hanukkah Harry to me. She always has like a set number of gifts. To this day, I still get gifts from her and she puts the from for Hanukkah Harry. To sort of like remind you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake Jew. Fake Jew.
And the worst thing is my mother was really upset when I found out she found out I didn't believe in Santa Claus anymore. Which doesn't seem like something a Jewish woman should be upset about, but she was like really upset about it, and she wrote me this note because this is the best thing. She wrote me this note like the Christmas after I revealed that I didn't believe in Santa, like that Christmas morning, she writes me a note from Santa, like pretending like I'm Santa, and it was like this note like, Charles, I just want to let you know that I love you and always believe in you, even if you don't believe in me. Signed, Santa. So it was like I was the most confused child ever because it was like the Jewish guilt, but over a Christian holiday.
You see, this is what I'm talking about, Charles. This is what I'm talking about when I say talking about your holiday.
Yeah, no, that was pretty great. I did feel guilty though, and it was really drawn out and sappy though. Like it's like I've watched you grow up all these years, and I always knew,
Jewish guilt over a Christian holiday.
I always knew you grow to be a fine person who did respectful things and believed in people. I can see though that I was not able to, persuade you about my existence. So I just want to let you know that while I still believe in you, even though you don't believe in me, I will always be there.
That is fantastically elaborate.
I wish I had that note still. I felt terrible afterwards, though. I felt like shit.
I just love the way you put that.
On Santa's hard. It doesn't get much worse than that.
Wow. Now, did you guys have chimneys growing up?
No.
What was the explanation for how Santa got into your home?
We had a chimney in the first house I remember living in. Then we moved to like condos, and then we had a stove. Eventually moved back to a house. But by that point, I was like 14 and didn't believe in Santa. But
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, most of the time I didn't really have a chimney, except for at my dad's place, who did have a chimney. So I guess I did have a chimney half the time. It's a confusing setup.
We had 3 theories growing up because we don't have a chimney. We have a little pipe at the top of on our roof that lets off heat and gas and that kind of deal. So we had a couple theories that my parents told us. One was that he got in through the garage. 2 was that you remember the Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Of course.
Remember how he goes down that pipe just like I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Magically a chimney forms. Well, even before that movie came out, that's what our parents told us happened. We were little, we believed it. Stuff like that. So it wasn't really. I think I like the he went through the garage the best though. Yeah, he walked through the garage.
To me, it was never really an issue. Like, what do they do if there's no chimney? I'm just like, well, he just comes in through like the back door or the window or something. I mean, is it really that hard to believe he just could open the window? Or something like that.
He breaks the lock and he comes in.
Well, I'm from Vermont. You didn't really lock your windows that often, so it's just like he just opens the window. I don't know.
Well, like we would have to. Because I slept downstairs. Yeah. I would have to come up and sleep in my sister's room.
Oh, your parents really went for it.
What's that?
Parents really went for it.
Yeah, because they didn't want me to find out. So like I spent the night in my sister's room, and of course when you're that young, you stay up half the night anyways because you're totally stoked.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember because you had to pretty much convince yourself because once you started school, you had all the older kids start blasting you to say there's no such thing, and like at Christmas night you're like, oh man, I remember waking up and looking outside and he was on the neighbor's house. Like you try to, talk yourself into it. Things like that. So it was pretty funny. Actually, my cousin's uncle, my uncle, he, because my cousin said he wasn't going to believe anymore. So my uncle went on top of the roof Christmas Eve and started like pounding on it with big boots and stuff like that.
Please tell me he slipped off.
Yeah. No, he didn't. No, but that would.
Funny.
But yeah, I mean, what you didn't have a chimney growing up, did you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I lived in apartments the whole time that I was a kid. So my parents came up with the story that while Santa couldn't do this, his elves could actually walk through walls. So he would always bring a couple of elves with him, and they would walk through the door and unlock the door to let Santa in.
When I have kids,
shit that.
I'm gonna have the hardest time, like bullshitting them about that. Here's the thing: my mother, because I have such like I just see it as being like the most absurd thing. Because my mother, to this day, still gives me gifts like Easter gifts, like Easter bunnies and Easter baskets, and be like, oh, where'd that? Like I'd wake up and it'd be outside my bedroom, and I was like 18. And like home from college, be like, where'd that come from? It must be the Easter bunny.
That's so like that's the biggest non-Jewish.
Yeah,
holiday.
no, I know. Yeah, seriously. Like most of the time, we wouldn't even celebrate Passover. Like we'd forget to do Passover, but it's like you can't. It's like we can remember Easter. And she didn't grow up with this. So the thing that confuses me, she was like, they were like really Jewish. So like they didn't have Christmas. They just had Hanukkah. So. I don't know where she got bat mitzvah, her brothers got bar mitzvah. It's like I have no idea where it's coming from.
Dave, you know who I think is going to get you gifts this year?
Oh, who?
The holiday armadillo.
Oh, God. When I was little, my parents would give me gifts, like, Santa Claus, and they would give me gifts, but they would put, like, Jim Carrey sent you this, or, like Steve Austin, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, things like that. And when I was little, I thought that these actors actually sent me gifts.
Wow.
So, I was willing to believe anything that day.